Hey, it's Jeremy from jeremy.net. So, as I was finishing Morningstar issue 6, I was on a serious reference kick, and this page is a really good example of it. Me using small figures or small plaster busts to help me make corrections and fix the page. Basically, the main focus here is on proportion and understanding lighting better. Because I do feel like I've had a bad habit of placing light and shadows just more stylistically instead of actually thinking about how it describes the form better. And the idea is to combine both so that you're not just creating a strong silhouette or interesting shapes on the page, but you're describing the shape and the form at the same time. Basically what I did is, like, you can see the little bust that's on the left. I've got some images pulled up on my tablet, and I just sort of go through each page. I would just pose the figures or the busts in the position of what I wanted to draw in the panel, and then would just take a quick photo of it. And then I'm going through now and I'm redrawing all of these. One of the big reasons why issue 6 took me a lot longer than my usual issues is because I had already actually done you can see in light blue, the layouts that I've done in my normal process where I draw them on vellum in red pencil, then I go and make corrections in regular graphite, and then I scan those in and print them on blue line. So what I'm drawing over are the layouts that I've already done. So for most of issue 6, I was drawing the same issue twice. I was doing my layouts over again. As you can see here with the expression that I'm drawing on Gabrielle, it's not necessarily that I'm copying the reference per se. Really, a lot of this is just to understand what the shape of the skull looks like at certain angles and with certain lighting. And it doesn't mean that I'm incapable of imagining these things, but it helps a lot to be able to check my imagination against reality. So that way, if I'm deviating from reality, it's not it's a conscious choice. It's not that I'm simply drawing it because that's what I think it looks like. If I choose to make something distorted, larger than it should be in reality, at an angle, or lit in a way that's unrealistic, I don't think those are bad things. Those are artistic choices. But the important thing is that it's choice. I don't want these things to be in my comics out of ignorance. And a lot of times, I think they've appeared in the past out of ignorance. So this is part of the process of me trying to improve things. Is it a pain in the ass? Yes. But trying to become a better artist means putting in this kind of work. In previous issues, I've experimented with trying to draw an issue as quickly as possible to just see what it would feel like to work on a monthly comic. And first off, I still didn't finish them at the pace that monthly comic artists have to work at. But secondly, even with working at an accelerated pace, I found that I was not particularly happy with how my pages turned out. And employing the reference, gaining speed and quality. There's an old expression that artists have: first you get fast, then you get good and fast. In issue 7, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this process changes when I'm drawing over existing blue pencils, but when I'm actually drawing from my thumbnails and doing it with the layouts right from the start. My hope is for all of this, every time I'm experimenting, trying these new things, that's going to make my process better, faster, and improve and grow. Looking at the image I'm drawing of Remiel, this is one of the things where I've mentioned many times, I think even in the most recent video I did, I've mentioned how figure drawing has helped me a lot in terms of understanding using reference. Because in a way, I try to treat using the reference for drawing an image like this, I try to treat it like the picture I'm looking at is in fact photo reference, is actually a model that's in front of me, like I'm doing life drawing. One of the other things I've added in is using my own hands for reference. I mean, there's plenty of artists. I know that Paulo Rivera, he's into comic creator, who he posts a lot of his process work on his blog and a lot of reference images where he's actually posing in like kind of a makeshift costume of the characters to give people a sense. Well, it's for his own process so that he has something to look at, to draw from. But him sharing it is kind of part of the thing of me sharing a lot of my reference, where showing people some of the process kind of demystifies it. And I think that sharing this process helps me learn more about myself when I'm describing it to you. It helps me think about what my goals are as I work out each of these panels and each of these pages, working out these details. One of the things I really like is sometimes when I'm taking these photos, I'll pose the character, and usually, for each photo I have here, I'll end up taking 3, 4, 5 different photos before I find the one that I like. And I figure if I can take a little plastic doll and pose it and light it in a way that feels dramatic to me and it conveys the story that I'm trying to tell, if I can capture that in the photo, then hopefully when I'm doing it where I'm actually drawing the image myself in pencil and then rendering it in ink, I won't detract. It won't be like it's a derivative iteration of that. It's more that I will add to it and breathe more life into it. So if it works well as a simple photograph that's definitely not glamorous, then what I'll put down in ink will hopefully feel that much stronger, convey the story better, and it will just lend to the comic book narrative. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like and share them. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can sign up for my weekly newsletter to get a free digital comic at newsletter.jeremy.net. That's newsletter.gerimi.net. Also, visit my main website, jeremy.net, where you can buy my comic books, art prints, and more. There's also links to my Instagram, Twitter, and other social media accounts. That's it for now. Go be creative.